here taking over the streets.
We working.
Working the city exclusively on Streetz 94.5.
Holiday season.
The super cute couple, Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade, they've been together for a little while now. She's 42 years old, so everybody's wondering, when are these kids gonna come?
Dang, 42?
She's 42 and she looks excellent. Black don't crack, I'm trying to tell you. Well, she spoke on that very freely about her not having kids yet. She says, I think my brain and my heart are screaming baby fever. But she says, my ovaries, however, they're coughing up dust. She says it's in my heart and in my mind, and we'll see if my body catches up with that.
Yeah, so we'll see. They should be real dusty up there.
At 42. But I think she would be a great, I mean, she looks awesome. So hopefully she'll pull that together. Okay, Jeezy, I don't know if you guys know, he was at the mayor's ball that happened over the weekend. And he debuted his new girlfriend. Which he had brought to a Hawks game earlier in the month. But this woman is absolutely beautiful.
Oh, yeah, she looks great.
Oh, my God. But he came out to celebrate. A lot of other people were there as well. Big Boy, Chris Tucker, Ludacris, to name a few. But she's allegedly an African businesswoman. I don't know for sure. That's why I say allegedly, but that's what the stories are saying. So she's about her own money. She's from Africa, and she's beautiful. If I'm wrong, someone can correct me, because I do want to get the right bio on her, because she's absolutely beautiful.
It's about time for Jeezy to go ahead and just settle down.
You know, sit down. You know what I'm saying, Mr. 17.5? Take a break.
No more 17.5.
All right, Matthew Knowles is obviously going through some hard times. That's Beyonce's father. He's selling her old stuff just to get by. And he's selling some of Solange's stuff as well. He's having some baby mama troubles. You know, he has two different women that had kids after his wife. As of Monday, there were plenty of items available, including a giant Beyonce poster for $200, old tour books for $20, various pieces of House of Darion. I don't know if you guys remember that.
That's the jeans. That was the jeans. I remember that.
Yup. And you can find a Solange CD for $1.96. But he's not coming down off them Beyonce prices, because somebody offered him $145 for Beyonce's poster, and he will not come down off the $200.
What's that? What?
But he needs to take care of his new kids. Beyonce's straight, so he's like, let me sell my old daughter's stuff.
So you mean to tell me Blue Ivy, auntie, and uncle is younger than Blue Ivy?
Basically.
All right, man.
It's a mess, right? All righty. We were just talking about Stevie J. We haven't talked about him in so long. He's a cool dude, but we haven't talked about him in a while. Love and Hip Hop Bandana is coming back next spring. So, of course, there's drama in the waters. And now the headlines are reading that he is headed to an inpatient drug program because he's failed 10 drug tests for cocaine and weed. My whole thing is who takes 10 drug tests? Doesn't it just take one to decide
one and
that?
then, yeah, I think so.
Now it's 10.
Not that I know, but you know.
I'm assuming that maybe he was like, okay, that's wrong. Let me take another one. Okay, let me take another one. Because he seems dramatic like that, and I'm dramatic. So I feel like maybe, you know, he was like, no, that wasn't right. And maybe he waited a day, had some donuts or something to try to wash his system. And try to take it again.
I did enjoy his, you know, they did the best of the Love and Hip Hop, and he was majority of the scenes.
He's such a character, but he's a nice guy. Having met him, he's a nice guy. According to the New York Post, he was released on a $25,000 bail after his child support issues this summer. Remember, it was like $1 million or whatever. But prosecutors are demanding that he be placed in a 30-day inpatient rehab center to address his admitted drug abuse problems. Now, to be honest with you, if I was on drugs, I wouldn't mind these rehab centers. They're kind of plush.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You get in there, you get 3 square meals a day. You know, you get therapy, you get to watch cable, you get to go outside and play volleyball and softball. Like, you get to have a regular life without drugs. Like, I'm not totally mad at rehab centers, so this might help him. But it's kind of sad because not too long ago, you know, he had passed his drug test, so he obviously was off it for a second, but he's allegedly back on it. So, Stevie J, I hope that you pull it together. We're a fan of you, and also your main old lady, Jocelyn, Miss Hernandez.
The Puerto Rican princess.
Yes, so hopefully he bounces back from this, and I'm sure by spring next year when the new season comes along, you know, of love and hip hop Atlanta, everything will be okay.
Holiday season.